Hello everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Nishita, and today we are also going to solve an interesting problem which was asked in Google. So let's see what the problem is all about. You are given an integer array nums and you are initially positioned at the array's first index, and each element in the array represents your maximum jump length at that position. Return true if you can reach the last index or false otherwise. Let's see what it means with this an example. First of all, it says we have given an array by the name nums, and these are the elements of the array. Initially, we are positioned at this element, means we are positioned at the index 0. It says here, first index, you are positioned at first index. And each element in the array tells us the maximum number of jumps we can make. Suppose we are at index 0 initially, and this is the value of that particular index, which is 2. So the maximum number of jumps we can make is 2. So we can reach till here, right? And by doing this, we need to reach till the last index of the array. If we can reach till the last index, simply we will be returning true. If we cannot reach the last index, we will be returning false. Okay, let's see what happens with this example. So initially we will be at 2, and we can make at most 2 jumps. So 3, 1, we can reach till here. We can also reach 3, right? So we can use the value of 3. If we reach 3, let's see, we can use the value of 3, how far we can get. So from 3, we will be reaching 1, 1, and 4. We reached 4. We reached till the last index, right? Yes. So in this particular array, we can reach till the last index. So our answer will be true. We will be returning true because we reached the last index by using the values of the elements of the array. Okay. Let's see the next example. We have this nums, and the values of the nums are 3 to 104. Okay, we will be at 3 first. By using 3, let's see how far we can get. We will jump till 210. We can reach till here, till 0, right? Let's see the other element. We can also reach 2 and 1. It means we can also use the values at 2 and 1, right? So at 2, let's see how far we can reach. 1, 0. Again, we can reach till 0. By using 1, let's see. By using 1, we can make only one jump. So we will be reaching till 0 again. So whatever the values which are before a 0, we can reach till a 0. We are not going beyond a 0, right? And the index 0, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is the index 0, 1, 2, 3. It is the index 3. So at index 3, we have the value 0, and 0 means we do not have any jumps. We have 0 jumps, which means we cannot jump any further from this particular value, and we cannot reach it till the last index, whatever we do. So we will be returning false here, right? I hope you understood the question. These are the constraints, like the length of the nums cannot go beyond 104 and cannot be less than 1. It means at least we will be having at least one value, and we will be having at most 104 elements in the particular array. We cannot have 105 elements. And the value of the nums I means the value of the elements of the array will be between 0 and 105, both included. Okay. So these are the constraints, and these are the examples. I hope you understood what the question is all about. And before moving forward to the solution, let's discuss what will be our approach. So first of all, to get to know what are all the elements in the array, we need to iterate throughout the array, right? Okay. And while iterating in the array, we need to determine what's the value of a particular element at that particular index and how far we can reach by that particular value. We need to calculate the maximum length we can reach at a particular index. From that particular index, what's the maximum length we can reach, right? So this will be our approach. And by following this approach, we can solve this question. Okay. Now let's move on to writing the code. First of all, we will be initializing a variable. Okay. So we have initialized a variable by the name maxlen and it is initialized to 0. What does the variable will be storing? The variable will be storing what's the maximum length we can reach by a particular value of the index. Okay. It will be storing what's the maximum length we can reach by 2. What's the maximum length? We can reach till 1. We can reach up to 2 indexes, right? So the max length will be storing that. After that, we will write a for loop. Why we are writing a for loop? We are writing the for loop to iterate throughout the array. And it also has one if condition in it. We are also calculating the max length. After that, we will be returning what? We will be returning this. Okay. Okay, now let's try to understand the code and I will also dry run this code, okay, to get you know what is happening within the code and how is it working. First of all, we have initialized the variable, this one, max length. Then we have written a for loop to iterate throughout the array. Then there is a if condition in this a for loop. What the condition is checking? It is checking if the I is greater than max length, we will return false. What does this mean? This if condition is particularly checking if we reach at a index and we cannot go beyond that particular index. If we are stuck at that particular index, we should return false. Okay. And next we are calculating the max length, the value of the max length, which should go into the max length variable. How we are calculating it? We are calculating the maximum of max length or this statement I plus nums I. What does this statement means? This statement means whatever index we are at, initially we will be at index 0. And what's the value of that particular index? In the first example, the value of index 0 is 2, right? So 0 plus 2 equals 2. Sorry. Here, 0 plus 2 equals 2. So the value of this particular statement will be 2. And initially, what's the value of max length? It is 0. What would be the value of max length after this if statement? It will be 2 because the maximum of 0 and 2 is 2. So the max length will contain the value 2. Okay. Is it the correct maximum length we can reach by this index? Right. If we get into this index, 0th index, what's the maximum? What are the maximum number of jumps we can make? We can make up to 2 jumps, right? So this is working fine. It is storing the correct length. Next, we are returning max length is greater than or equal to nums.length minus 1. What does this mean? So our goal is to reach the last index. If we get on a particular value of the index and if that value goes beyond the last index, if that particular value is greater than the value of, if that particular value is greater than the last index, it means we can reach the last index, right? So this statement will be returning true. Let's see the statement with this example. Initially will be at 5. So what are the maximum number of jumps we can make? We can make up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can reach up to 10. Right? If we have 6, we can reach up to this particular index till 0. Right? Then 1, we can reach till 0. Then 4, we can reach till 1, 2, 3, 4. We can reach till here. Right? And then 10. We can reach till 10, right? By the 5, by 6, or by 1, by any numbers, we can reach till 10. So if we reach 10, how many indexes we can cover? We can cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can reach till 7 and even we can go beyond that. So this condition satisfies, right? This condition is satisfied by this particular index. If we reach at a particular index and the value of max length is greater than the length of the array minus 1, this means that the last index, So if the value is greater than this last index, it means it should return true, right? Do you get it? What this particular line means? Right. Now let's try to understand what this if condition is doing and how is it getting us false. Okay, we will try to understand it with this example because this example gives us the output false. We know why. I have already told you. Let's try to dry run this code on this particular example. So we will iterate through the array. Initially, we will be at this 0th index, right? The value of the 0th index is 3. So it is iterating through the array. Now it will check the if condition. What the condition says? It says if the value of the index is greater than the max length. What's the value of the index? It's a 0. What's the value of max length? It is also 0. Is a 0 greater than 0? No, it will get out of this if condition, right? Because the condition doesn't satisfy. Now it will calculate the maximum length. What's the maximum length we can reach by this particular index? The value of the index is 3. And what's the index? It's 0. So we are at index 0. What's the value? It's 3. It will calculate 3. So now this particular statement has value 3. And what's the maximum length? Initially it is 0. We have defined it here. So what would be the max of max length and I plus nums I? It will be 3. So the maximum length will contain value 3. Now our max length has value 3. Okay. Now we will again iterate through the array and move on to the next index. What's the value of index? It's 2. What's the index? It's 1, 0, 1. Is 1 greater than max length? No, the value of max length is 3. It will get out of this if condition and it will again calculate the max length. Okay, so we are at index 1. What's the value at index 1? It's 2. So it will be equal to 3. Again, the value of the max length will be 3 because both the values are same, max length and I plus nums I. So it will store 3 in it. Now we will move on to the next element of the array. It's 1. What's the index? 0, 1, 2. The index is 2. Is 2 greater than the max length value? No, the condition doesn't satisfy. It will get out of this if condition and it will calculate the max length again. What's the max length? We are at index 2. What's the value at index 2? It's 1. So it will again give us 3. The value 3 will be saved in the max length. So max length has value 3. We will again iterate to the next variable. Next element, it is 0. What's the index? 0, 1, 2, 3. The index is 3. Is 3 greater than the max length? No, these are equal. The condition doesn't satisfy. Again, it will get out of this if loop, if condition, sorry, and it will calculate the max length again. What's the max length? We are at index of 3. And what's the value of the index? It's 0. Again, the value is 3. Max length contains the value 3. Right? It will again get into the loop because one last element is left. It will iterate till the last element, right? Until the I is less than nums dot length. So it will get into this 4. Okay, it will reach till here. What's the value of the index? The value of the index is 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The value of the index is 4. And is the value greater than max length? Yes, because max length contains the value, the max length contains the maximum number of jumps we can make. So till now, the maximum number of jumps we can make is 3. And this 3 is greater than the value of the index. Means we have one more index left, which is we have a certain value at index 4, right? We have the index 4 in our particular array, and the maximum number of jumps we can make are 3 only. It means we cannot reach till the last index. We are stuck here. We are stuck here at 3, right? So this condition satisfies. This condition satisfies, so it will return false in the end. Okay, so this would be our answer. That's how this condition is working. And we will simply return false it will be returning false. Okay, let's try to dry run this code with the first example because the answer is true. I will dry run it quickly, okay, because you already understood how the code is working. So we will be at index 2. What's the value of index? It is the value of index is 0. And what's the value of max length? It is also 0 initially. So it will get out of this if condition and max length will be calculated. What would be the max length? 0 plus 2 equals 2. So it will store 2 initially. Okay. The max length will contain 2. So our max length is increased to 2. Next, we will move on to the next element, which is 3. What's the value of index? 1. Is 1 greater than max length? It is 2. Is 1 greater than 2? No. The if condition doesn't satisfy, it will get out of this condition and it will calculate the max length again. So our index is 1 and the value at index is 3. It will return 4. Why is it 2? It is 3. It should return 4. Okay. So the value of max length now is 4. Now let's get on to the next element. It is 1. What is the index? 0, 1, 2. The index is 2. Is 2 greater than max length? The value of max length is 4. No, 2 is not greater than max length. It will get out of this if condition. It will calculate the max length again. Uh, what's the value of the index? It's 2. 2 plus, is it 2 plus, and what's the value at that particular index? 1. So it will give 3. The max length is calculating the maximum of max length, whatever the value maximum length holds, and whatever the value this particular condition gives. So this condition gives us 3, but the value that max length holds is 4. So the maximum would be 4. So the max length will hold 4 initially. Okay, it has the value 4. Now we will reach on to the next element, 1 again. What's the index? 0, 1, 2, 3. The index is 3. Is 3 greater than 4? No. If condition doesn't satisfy, it will calculate the max length again. Again, the max length will, this condition will give a value lesser than the value which is held by max length. So the value would be 4. Okay. Again, we will move on to the next element. 4. What's the value of the index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the index value is 4. Is 4 greater than max length value? What's the value of the max length? It is 4. Is 4 greater than 4? No, it doesn't satisfy the condition. It will get out of this if condition and it will calculate the max length again. Again, I plus nums I will give us 8. I'm so sorry. I plus nums I will give us 8. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The value of index is 4 and the index is 4 and the value at index is also 4. So 4 plus 4, 8. This condition will give us 8. And the maximum length is at 4. So the value that this max length will hold will be 8. Okay. Now we do not have any numbers left. After that, it will go into this return condition. What the condition is checking. If the max length, the value is max length is greater than the length of the array. What is the value of the max length? It is 8. What's the length of our array? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The length of our array is 5. Is 8 greater than 5? Yes. 5 minus 1, 4. Because we will be reaching till the last index. So is the max length greater than the value of is the max length is greater than the length of the array? Yes, it will return true. So the answer will be true. Okay. Because we cannot get stuck at any particular index which will be giving us false, right? So this is how the code is working. I have dry run the code with both the examples. I have also written another example here. You can try to dry run the code with this particular example to get more clarity of the code. Okay, now let's try to run the code. Let's see if it is giving us right answers or not. Yes, it is giving us right answers. The output of the example 1 should be true. The output of the example 2 should be false. And the example 3 is written here. right? It should give us true, and the answer is right. It is giving us true. I'm leaving it to you. You should try to find out why the answer is true. Although I have already explained it, but still. So till then, take care. Bye. Let's meet in another video.